Good afternoon. Please rise. Gentlemen, remove your caps and join us as our Perry High School chorale sings the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please remain standing as we recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready? Yep. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good afternoon. Dear parents and family members, friends and relatives, members of the community, and all who are here to celebrate with us today, I welcome you to the 142nd commencement ceremony of the Perry Public Schools, celebrating the graduating class of 2023. On behalf of the faculty and all of the support staff, I would like to commend our seniors on reaching this important milestone in their lives. I would like to acknowledge the members of the Perry Public Schools Board of Education and our Superintendent of Schools. Will you each please rise as I call your name? And I ask for the audience to hold applause till the end. President, Mr. Charles Scoville. Vice President, Mr. Mark Rosinski. Secretary, Mrs. Catherine Hahn. Treasurer, Mr. Matt Winans. Trustee, Mr. Will Wilson. Trustee, Dr. John Boehm. Trustee, Mrs. Karen Grinnell. And our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Lori Haven. Thank you for your devoted service to our students and the Perry Public Schools community. Your efforts are much appreciated. Thank you. With us today are many members of our teaching staff, and not only from Perry High School, but from the middle and elementary schools as well. Additionally, I am proud to introduce elementary principal, Mrs. Jackie Stabe, and middle school principal, Mr. Matt Schmidt-Franz. The accolades and thanks we receive at the high school are not possible without the dedicated teachers in the elementary and middle schools. High school is the farewell for our graduates, but none of them would be here without each and every one who contributed to their education along the way. Will you please help me in thanking all of our teachers, support staff, and building principals? I also wish to thank many important individuals who helped to organize today's ceremony and the celebrations. Graduation coordinator, Mrs. Dawn Krim, senior class advisors, Mrs. Amber Hunt and Mrs. Jennifer Roth, high school secretary, Mrs. Timber Wilson and Mrs. Amber Hunt, our guidance counselor, Mrs. Stephanie Smiley, our Perry Public Schools maintenance staff, led by Mr. Rod Adair, the technology department, led by Mr. Zach Garner, our music department, Mrs. Deborah Dutcher, director of vocal music, and Mr. Drew Barnhart, our director of bands, and all of the countless others who lend a hand. We do not do this alone. Thank you very much. Now I'd like to turn our attention to the very special members of the audience today, to our parents, grandparents, guardians, family members, and friends. Thank you for letting us share in the growth and development of your children. You trusted us with little boys and girls many years ago, and we have the privilege to be part of their growth and to the young men and women seated here today. We were charged with teaching them course content and standards, but we were privileged to share in their growth into people of good character. PHS is a community school, and we love our community. We care for education, we care about our students, and we care about our families. We care for all of you. We strive to give every student the opportunity to reach her or his potential, and hopefully some sage advice along the way. Thank you for entrusting your children to us, and congratulations to all of our families here today. We made it. Graduates, I would finally like to welcome you. You are the reason for the district, every building, every employee, every piece of equipment. You are that important. You are the future of our community and our nation. We celebrate your graduation with you, and I'm very proud of each and every one of you. This is my last opportunity to give you a bit of advice, but I will be brief. The simplest and I think the most universal advice is the golden rule. Treat others as you wish to be treated. It's that simple, and it's that hard to do. Every creed and philosophical school in the world has some form of this in its teachings. Today, you become responsible for your choices. My wish is simple, that you can look in the mirror and say, I did nothing carelessly, and the mistakes I made were honest and without malice. I wish you a life free of regret. Congratulations. I'm going to miss you. Good luck to each and every one of you. And remember, once you're a Rambler, you are always a Rambler. I would like to welcome our commencement speaker today, Mr. Nathan Hawley. Whoop, Delana, my bad. Come here. I screwed that up. Sorry, you got my back. You know that. There you go. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Delana Owens, and I'm a Parliament member for the senior class. I am so pleased to be with all of you today and have the chance to introduce this year's guest speaker. Speaking on behalf of the class, this teacher has had a big impact on us all. Although he's only been with us 3 years, he has truly made his mark in the best way possible. He graduated from Emporia State University in East Central Kansas with a bachelor's in science education and a master's of education. His main goal when going into teaching was to inspire curiosity and confidence, and I can confidently say that he has done just that. This teacher has proven day after day that he has all of our best interests at heart. He has taught us to question things that we believe to be normal so that we can form our own opinions. He continuously goes above and beyond to help us all succeed, and for that I want to thank him. Mr. Hawley, you have been one of the biggest inspirations for our class, someone we constantly look up to. I've enjoyed every lesson I've learned, whether it's science or life-related, and I'm so thankful to be able to take them with me on my next journey. It is my absolute honor to announce you as this year's guest speaker, Mr. Nathan Hawley.
Thank you. I'm not used to having to move the microphone up. Thank you, Delana, for that wonderful introduction. My name is Nathan Hawley. I'm a science teacher at Perry High School, and I am honored and humbled to be the graduation speaker for the class of 2023. This class holds a special place in my heart. These students were among the first students I taught at Perry High School, having many of them in my chemistry or introduction to chemistry classes. When I told my friends and family that I was going to speak today, many of them had ideas about what I should talk about. My favorite quotes, things I wish someone had told me when I was younger. One friend suggested I sing the Pokemon theme song. But it wasn't until I sat down with some former students that my topic became clear: impact. What is impact? What impacts us, and how do we impact other people? So for the last time, class of 2023, take out your notes. If you'll permit me a brief science analogy, Newton's third law of motion says that for every action, there's an equal opposite reaction. What this means is that when we apply a force to something, it pushes back on us with the same amount of force, but in the opposite direction. Interactions between people are often the same way. When people interact, they impact each other. Both parties feel the impact of the conversation, equal in magnitude, but opposite in direction. Over time, these small, relatively minor impacts grow, creating bonds of friendship, love, and care. Class of 2023, we must acknowledge the people who have impacted you. First and foremost, parents, step-parents, aunts, uncles, grandmas, grandpas. Class of 2023, be sure to thank them. Thank them for raising you. Thank them for taking care of you. Thank them for taking you where you wanted or needed to go. To those people, let me be among the first to express gratitude. Thank you. Thank you for sharing your children with us. Thank you for entrusting them to us. Thank you for letting us be a part of their lives. Second, we must thank the teachers and staff who supported you to this point. Thank your teachers who poured their heart and soul into helping you improve. Thank them who worked tirelessly to create opportunities and open doors for you. These are the people, family, friends, and teachers that have made an impact on you. These people have helped shape you into the people that you are always meant to be. I've told my students on multiple occasions that word parts make the world go round, and that if you understand word parts, you can understand anything. I've always thought commencement was a strange name for this ceremony. To commence means to begin, but here it is at the end of your high school career. So what are we commencing? What are we beginning? You, class of 2023, are sent from this place today not as an end, but a beginning. A beginning of you creating positive, meaningful impacts on the world. One of my favorite quotes is, "Do not be daunted by the enormity of the world's grief. Do justly now. Love mercy now. Walk humbly now. You are not obligated to finish the work, but neither are you free to abandon it." Another quote I like is, "You have a little bit of I want to save the world in you." An interesting thing happens when we marry these two quotes. We see the world for what it is, and we are motivated and called to make the world a better place. We don't have to save the world in its entirety. We just have to make the world better for the people around us. To positively impact the world so that it is better than when we found it. So how do we save the world? How do we act in such a way that those around us are positively impacted? Well, the good news is, job done. By virtue of you being here, you have positively impacted the people around you. I've seen it. I've seen how you support each other in and out of the classroom. I've seen how you lift each other up when you were down. I've seen you console each other in the rough times and celebrate together in the good. And I've been fortunate enough to get to know many of you and appreciate your wide variety of personalities, talents, and interests. By virtue of you being here, you have made the world a better place. So how do you capitalize on that? How do you continue to positively impact the world? No matter what you're doing tomorrow, the foundation laid by your families, community, friends, and teachers has given you the ability to take the good I've seen you do within the walls of Perry High School and extend it to the rest of the world. This foundation will give you the conviction to seek out and speak the truth. And this foundation has provided you with a lens to see beauty where some would never think to look. As you continue to pursue the good, the true, and the beautiful, you will leave your mark on the world as you have left your mark on this place. So now, class of 2023, we stand at the precipice of your academic achievement, and now it is you who will go from this place to show your spheres of influence the merits of the good, the true, and the beautiful, and as a result, inspire others to do the same and save the world. Go Ramblers.
I would like to invite Miss Grace Hunt to the podium. Grace Adair. Her name's bigger than yours. That's.
My name is Grace Adair, and I am here to introduce Grace Hunt, our class president. Grace has been a dedicated student since she transferred to Perry in the 7th grade. She has been active in many programs, including NHS, FFA, choir council, student council, and student government. Grace has also been committed to her academics, maintaining a GPA above a 3.5 and earning a place in the top 20 of our graduating class. Besides her dedication to our class, Grace also loves baking and spending time with her dog, Sarge. After high school, Grace will continue working through the 5th year program and earn her associate's degree in general education. Grace's hard work and dedication has set her up for a great future of successes. Please join me in welcoming Miss Grace Hunt, President of the Class of 2023, to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone, and an extra special welcome to the graduating class of 2023. Graduates, we heard these exact words back when we started this long journey in kindergarten, when time seemed like it took so long. For many of us, looking back, we never thought this day would come. We thought that 2023 was so far away and that we'd never graduate. Boy, were we wrong. It is our time now that we are getting ready to walk across the stage to accept our diplomas. Time seemed to speed up through elementary school as we all became involved in sports, music lessons, clubs, and other activities. After that time, my life changed, and I learned I would be moving to another town. I came to Perry 6 years ago in the 7th grade. Everything and everyone was all new to me, and I had so much to learn. It was a time for me to make new friends and new experiences in a new school. The kids I got to know then are certainly not the same kids sitting in front of you all today. To say that we have all changed in our own ways would be an understatement. Over the past 6 years, we have all matured, grown, and become young adults. With this time, we have become better versions of ourselves. Time is constantly changing and evolving us. Nobody is the same person they were yesterday. Time not only changes people, but it also changes our world. Over the past 4 years, our graduating class endured some of the most challenging times in our recent history. Time seemed to stop for a while when we were freshmen. COVID struck, and our normal high school experience seemed to be going out the window. There were so many unknowns, it seemed like nothing would ever be normal again. From thinking we'd never go back to school to thinking we'd never see our classmates unmasked again. We endured a time that was scary, frustrating, and at many times disappointing. Thankfully, times changed, and now we can stand in front of you all today, triumphant over the challenges this world has already put us through, stronger than ever. We could not have achieved this success without our great support team. I would like to take some time to thank some of our biggest supporters over the past few years. First of all, I would like to thank the parents, guardians, and grandparents who have all put endless of hours into supporting and pushing us to be the greatest versions of ourselves. You have molded us to be the outstanding young adults we are today. Thank you to Mr. Myron for putting up with some of our craziest of ideas. Thank you to our teacher advisor, Miss Hunt, who has put countless of hours into dedicating to our time and being an advocate for us all. Thank you to Miss Roth for joining us this year in advising our class. Thank you to all the staff members here at Perry who have taught us. We will hold close to our hearts the dear memories we have spent together as Ramblers. Finally, I want to give a special thank you to my amazing student government. We sure were able to help our fellow classmates have the time of their lives here at Perry High School, making memories that will last a lifetime. Some of my most memorable moments over the past 4 years have been when we decorated our class shirts by having a tie-dye fight. As a class, we have triumphed in band, choir, and FFA. Many of our seniors were involved in our first ever Women's Empowerment Club. We by far have been the loudest class with an ear-shattering class spirit that nobody can extinguish. From the pep assemblies to the student section at the basketball and football games, our time here at Perry has sure left a mark of one of the most spirited classes of all time. Our school pride will surely be missed in these halls. Our time has come and gone. Before we said our final goodbyes, we were granted a little more precious time to make some great memories. Just this week, we have shared some of the most precious memories from our senior year. We had a sleepover on the school's lawn. We pranked our beloved teachers. We had a class celebration on this very field. The day was filled with play inflatable games and yard games, and to win many prizes. It was a time where we all came together and had the opportunity to say our final goodbyes. And just like that, our days have changed. We have gone from having a normal school routine to not knowing what tomorrow will be. 4 years ago, I was voted as president of class of 2023. And in doing so, I was given the honor of writing this speech and passing on a few words of advice to my fellow classmates. Today, it is my time to advise you. In preparation for this speech, I found that I had to stop listening to my brain and I had to listen to my heart. But I came up with all kinds of words of wisdom to share with you, but that's all they would be, words. I have come to the conclusion that actions speak louder than words. It is time to act. Don't let failure define you. You will define who you are. Don't limit yourself. Dream big. Take the time to invest in others. Take the time to learn and experience new adventures. Give yourself the chance of the time to grow and continue to improve who you are. Who is to say who you will be by this time next year? Who is to say who you will be by this time 10, 20, or 30 years from now? Who you are going to be and who you will be defined as is up to you. Be sure to take the time to allow yourself to be great. I have no idea who I will be by this time next year or in 20 years. Time is the one thing you can't control in your life. You can only make the most of it. Who you spend it with and how you spend it is all up to you. 13 years ago, we sat in a kindergarten class and people welcomed the class of 2023. Today, it is our time to graduate. So I present to you the class of 2023.
Miss Cheyenne Decatur.
Seniors, at this time, please join our Perry High School Symphonic Band to play our musical selection Atlas by William Palange.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the top scholars from the class of 2023. As I call your name, please come up to the podium, and we will recognize all of you. And if you could hold your applause till the end. Nathan Hiram Cochran. Chloe Rose Douglas. Cassidy Joe Flick. Victoria Ann Kilgore. Angelina Goli Koo. Anna Lynn Nixon. Lindsay May Grace Pavlika. Trevor John Shepik. Jonah Paul Smith. And David Zhang. Well done. We're very proud of you. Thank you. Now I would like to invite Mr. Paul Smith for the presentation of the class of 2023.
Grace Lillian Hunt. Summer Moselle Starrett. Cheyenne Alexandria Louise Decatur. Sorry. Angelina Goli Koo. Delana Rose Owens. Grace Elizabeth Adair. Nathaniel Hiram Cochran. Chloe Rose Douglas. Cassidy Joe Flick. David Zhang. Trevor John Shepik. Victoria Ann Kilgore. Thank you. Anna Lynn Nixon. Lindsay May Grace Pavlika. Okay. Jonah Paul Smith. Jenna Storm Marshoff. Thank you. Sydney Celia Rose. Eva Grace Fisher. Brianna Elise Positano. Michaela Nicole Schroff. Ava Lynn Hendricks. Ethan Charles Hardy. Brianna Nicole Pung. Jylan John Peak. Wyatt Michael Grimwood. Hold on. Alexander Robert McClintock. Brett Gabriel Davis. Russell Allen Piquel. Joshua James Elliott. Catherine Rose Baller. Abigail Marie Monroe. Colby James Remington. Adam Russell Remington. Mason Riley Smith. Peyton Allen December. Lily Marie Booth. Landon Wright Canfield. Tyler Stephen Webb. Keaton Roddy Lantis. Jesse Allen Cole Miller. Elena Jane Hogsett. Logan James Crank. Brett Brian Robart. Megan Grace Hinckley. Sydney Ann Schumacher. Evelyn May Hinckley. Madison Elizabeth Wilcox. Devin Lee Clacko. Michael Darren Lee Wood. Avery Scott Young. Noah Riley Bosky Smitherman. Kaylin Leanne Paddock. Robert Dewey York. Megan Nicole Griffiths. Matthew Robert Bailey. Reese Hayden Teal. Nicholas Scott Barber. You don't want your middle name? I don't. Andrew DeBar. Trenton Eugene Snyder. Donovan Samuel McMahon. It's like that. Riley Davis Hanson. Olivia Rose Marie Alberts.
I would like to invite Miss Cheyenne Decatur to the podium.
Whoopsies. It's not going to stay. All right. PHS Chorale, please join us at this time to perform And Wherever You Go, composed by Douglas E. Wagner.
Class of 2023, please rise. Perry High School Class of 2023, to signify our graduation, it is time to turn our tassels. From the right to the left, congratulations, Class of 2023.